So one of the more exciting things, there are two really exciting things we're working on right now. One of them is a coalition. I'm working very closely with Fred Royal from the NAACP and Daryl Maureen of LULAC, League of United Latin American Citizens, and R.L. McNeely from the Felmers Chaney Advocacy Board, and Chris Almody from the ACLU, and then a large coalition that's called the Community Coalition for Quality Policing. And the coalition is growing, but we are really a community voice, a community force, I would say, pushing for a change in our policing, with the goals of changing the model of policing, with the goals of improving police-community relations in a real way, improving the quality of life for law enforcement officers and also the people that they protect and serve, and also for reducing crime. One of the ways we're looking at doing that is to get the police department to use problem-oriented policing. And I know they use elements of it now. We've met with the police chief, we've met with the mayor, we've met with the head of the union, but a more comprehensive use of problem-oriented policing, which really looks at not just giving tickets, not just sort of dealing with the presenting issues of, you know, somebody doing a bad thing, but taking the advice of the President's Task Force of 21st Century Policing and letting our police officers, our law enforcement officers, be guardians and not just warriors. Sometimes they need to be guardians, but they also, need to be warriors, but really letting them be guardians by looking at the underlying issues of a problem and trying to fix the problem itself, and not just, ticket their way or incarcerate our way to a safer society. You know, as Daryl says, we can't incarcerate our way to a safer society. So that, I think that that's an exciting thing that I'm working on, and I'm excited to be there as a Jew because it matters. It matters to us that we have, we empower people who are part of our community to be police officers. They're not a different type of person. It's not a different, I want to say like a scientific classification of person, but they're people that from our community that we empower to protect and serve us and to help keep order. And most of us want that. We want safer societies where people don't drive 100 miles per hour in a neighborhood, where people don't hurt each other and kill each other with impunity. So we are trying to create a conversation, to make the community have a conversation, community being all the stakeholders, to make sure that our policing system really serves us as well as it can. I think it's an essential, as we talk about Jewish values, and it's an essential expression of Jewish values, of social justice. How can we make sure that the world reflects our best values, our core values? So that's one thing I'm really excited about. And another thing I'm excited about is that we, 5 years ago, launched a Milwaukee program of Hours Against Hate, which was started in the State Department by the CEO of the Federation, Hannah Rosenthal, and Farah Pandith, who was her partner representing Muslim communities in the State Department. And we started it here 5 years ago. Actually, it's not 5 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. But didn't have the capacity to do much except share it as a platform. And we've now hired a wonderful, brilliant educator who is expanding Hours Against Hate specifically for work with teens, to build relationships across lines of difference. And she's been meeting with lots of people in the community and will meet with more as we create a plan to, how do we get people to cross all the boundaries? Milwaukee's so segregated. How do we get people to know each other? One of the things that as I said, one of the things I do is I monitor and respond to anti-Semitism. And it's always surprising when we find anti-Semitism in places where there are very few or no Jews, or seemingly no Jews. Why have they decided that Jewishness or Judaism is something that they're upset about if they don't know any Jews? So knowing each other, I think, is really a key. And it's that's about Jews, but it's about all of us. You can't, if you live in a suburb where all of your neighbors are European, of European heritage, and you do not know anybody of African heritage, you're more likely to hold on to stereotypes and assumptions. So I think that especially in Milwaukee, the need for us to create avenues for people to cross lines of difference and know each other, and therefore maybe matter to each other, is really important. So I'm excited to see where that, and to work with the project leader, Julie Turetsky, to help that be a great community resource. I'm excited about that.